Hello, good morning, friends. I'm Sunil Negi again. I was just sitting in a park with my messy, adorable pug. I thought, why not to speak to some of you? As you know, friends, the elections in 5 states are around the corner, and especially in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, uh, Goa, and other states. In total, 5 states, I believe. It's just a gossip type of a interaction with you. Being from Uttarakhand, I usually speak about Uttarakhand and would like to repeat this time as well. Friends, on 23rd March, this 5-year term of the present government is going to end, and the elections are bound to be held before this month because after 23rd March, the new government has to come into existence in Uttarakhand. Three parties are in the fray this time as well. Usually Congress and BJP used to be there, which are repeating their chief ministers after every election, state assemblies. But this time one crucial thing has come into being is that Aam Aadmi Party has entered the scene with a dashing presence with Ajay Kothiyal, the retired senior army officer, being declared as the chief minister candidate. In Uttarakhand, actually, since March 9, 2000, after the state came into formal existence as a separate entity, there had been 11 chief ministers, as everybody know, and both the governments of BJP and Congress national parties have ruled the state. We have been blaming both the parties off and on, as on date as well, and it has been usually seen that the people of Uttarakhand usually go for a change after every 5-year term, after every elections, even if elections are held before 5 years. And this has been a unique factor in Uttarakhand, not only in assembly elections but in parliamentary elections as well. If there is a particular party in the ruling at the center in the state, the voting pattern of the state electorate is just adverse. If there is a Congress government in the center in parliamentary elections, usually, except this time, I mean in the past 2019 elections, people usually vote for a different party. Anyways, this clearly and unambiguously reveals that the people of Uttarakhand are never satisfied with the existing government all the time since the last 2 decades after coming into existence, and therefore vote for another party. But this time, after the dashing entry of Aam Aadmi Party into the fray, the situation seems to be a bit different, but more or less the same. As it is said that AAP would not be able to make a dent in the present setup of both the parties. There is BJP and Congress. But political analysts say, and most of the people say, that as in Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party is going to primarily be a disastrous party for Congress. I mean, even if it wins in 4 seats, 3 seats, 5 seats, whatever, it will basically dent into the votes of the Congress party. Well, let's see. Elections around the corner and results will reveal it ultimately. But one thing is absolutely clear this time, that as usual, people are bent for a change. They have almost decided to vote against the prevailing Saffron party in Uttarakhand at least. I'll not talk about other states because I belong to this state and I have little interest in Uttarakhand only. So, if you go by the performance of the Saffron party government during the 5 years, the first basic point that goes against this party at present is, you must have seen yourself that during the last 3.5 months, 3 chief ministers have changed. Trivendra Singh Rawat was replaced by Tirath Singh Rawat, and Tirath Singh Rawat was replaced within 3 months by the present inexperienced young chief minister who was OSD in the Ministry of Chief Minister, ministerial staff of Bhagat Singh Koshari, is today the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, who seems to be very mobile, very articulate and very fast, dashing in terms of making announcements as inaugurating projects as previous Chief Ministers have done, right from the days of Vijay Bahuguna to Harish Rawat to Trivendra Singh Rawat to Tirath Singh Rawat and now Pushkar Singh Dhami. All know that there have been announcement of various populist measures, especially during the elections. And the state of Uttarakhand, unfortunately, is today, as per the report of the Comptroller and Auditor General, that Uttarakhand is running a fiscal deficit of massive 65,000 crores, more than 5,000 crores more than the annual budget of the state. People had high expectations from whichever government, the successive governments that rule this state, in terms of promotion in education sector, the health sector, the employment sector, the delimitation of the constituencies, empowerment of women, empowerment of farmers, farming community, improvement in law and order situation in the state, and end of corruption. And above all, the repeated assurances given by the concurrent governments, Congress and BJP, about establishing the Lokpal. The BJP was very firm on this assurance, but after 4.5 years of its rule, likely to end now, it has not come up with setting up of Lokpal, obviously giving an impression that all the governments are afraid of installing Lokpal because they do not want to allegedly did the investigations done in alleged corruption charges. So this is very disturbing trend. I mean, people are very unhappy about it. Anyways, during the rule of the Trivendra Singh government, you must have seen the people were badly annoyed when the ceiling on 12.5 acres of land in Uttarakhand have been lifted, enabling industrialists, corporate houses, big business houses, ultra capitalists to purchase as much as of land they can in Uttarakhand, thus leading to spoiling the demography of the state, and above all making the people of Uttarakhand very apprehensive in terms of losing their lands, with big business houses purchasing long tracts of lands, wide tracts of lands, and agriculture land holdings coming into a sort of a threat. So Bhu Kanun, the voice of Bhu Kanun is being raised by various political outfits, including social organizations on a vast scale, with social media very active on this front. Apart from this, the illegal mining, the prevalence of liquor sale in entire Uttarakhand is also, one of the disturbing trend, in the sense that though the government gathers about 3,000 crores of massive financial gains annually after the sale of liquor, but the families and the people and the women of Uttarakhand are badly disturbed, in the sense that their families are being spoiled. There's a general proverb going on in Uttarakhand, the Suryast or Pahad Mast. So on this liquor front as well, this government has been very liberal, not caring for the people's health, but selling liquors in the interiors of Uttarakhand, with this illegal mining going on a wide scale. Then builders, mafia, the land mafia is being very active in this state. And despite hundreds of announcements made for various developmental projects worth crores of rupees, with the fiscal deficit costing 65,000 crores, people have experienced that very little has actually come on the ground, despite these assurances. a question of setting up of the permanent capital at Gairsend, which was the demand of every Uttarakhand activist and almost every electorate of the state, has also been killed to an extent. But we can give credit to Vijay Bahuguna, who has at least taken the lead during his chief ministerial tenure, that he has ordered and built a Vidhan Sabha there, followed by Harish Rawat, then of course the present government making it a venture capital. But people are not satisfied. They want it to be a full-fledged capital, because the political analysts feel that Gairsend's being made the Rajdhani, permanent Rajdhani of Uttarakhand, would lead to recommencing of the process of decentralized development in the interior hills of Uttarakhand. But this is not being done, except for the fact that to appease the voters, the BJP has made it a winter capital, that's it. While another capital, permanent capital, is being built up in Dehradun as well. So, unemployment front, which is massive in Uttarakhand, the corruption, which is massive in Uttarakhand, the inflation above all, the raise of petrol prices, the domestic gas reaching almost nearing 1,000, and petrol crossing 100, diesels crossing 100 in various states of the country, including Uttarakhand, has badly affected the people of Uttarakhand as well, apart from the countrymen. And inflation touching high peaks, despite the government making a lot of positive claims of achievements and acknowledgement in the Ayushman Bharat scheme front of life insurance, and giving free gas cylinders and gas to the lower middle class of the country, and above all, the government's assurances in terms of various projects being launched in the state. But the fact of the matter is, after Uttarakhand came into existence and after the formation of the successive governments in Uttarakhand, more than 35 lakh people have migrated to various towns and cities in search of job avenues, health sector's improvement, good treatment, health treatment, medical treatment, and quality education to the children. You will be surprised and shocked to learn that more than 3,000 schools have been closed due to migration, and there have been thousands of villages going vacant completely, and above all, schools at the decentralized level, government schools, being closed, with the government saying that since there are no admissions, they are compelled to do it. In terms of the various achievements and failures of various concurrent governments in Uttarakhand, people are fed up and they want to go for the change. Now it has to be seen as to which party really comes to power, with Congress making a lot of claims and sound, with Harish Rawat particularly, who has lost 2 elections during the last election, being the chief minister of the state, has been made the chief election campaign committee chairman, and he has been campaigning extensively in Uttarakhand, claiming to form the government with Bharatiya Janata Party on the back foot, but still claiming that they'll bring more than 60 seats, with AAP making inroads in every part of Uttarakhand. So the conclusive result is, whichever party comes to power ultimately depends on the patron, to be seen whether the change patron, as was going on during the last 20 years, exists or not. Recent surveys of one of the channels, ABP channels, have given Bharatiya Janata Party clear-cut majority, with Congress coming second and Aam Aadmi Party third. But the political parties, anti-opposition parties, have termed it as a wrong opinion poll, and Congress claiming itself to be the largest party to be coming to power in the state. So friends, what I mean to say is, you have seen and assessed both the governments during the last 20 years. Your vote is very precious, invaluable. You have to assess the situation of this state, assess the situation during the last 2 decades, assess the present circumstances and situations, and vote during the ensuing elections with great intelligence, especially when you get this constitutional right once in 5 years. So my wish is you should vote for a proper party, the real party, the honest party that you think will work for your welfare and well-being. Thank you very much. This is Sunil Negi, President of Uttarakhand Journalist Forum from New Delhi.